America is the land of beauty and freedom. America is my home and the land that I love. Although America is great, it is only a small portion of a big and beautiful world, a world that I love to travel. Hi, my name is Anna Beadle, and I am an explorer of America and beyond. Growing up, I always had an interest in maps. When I was 11, I started to memorize every country in Asia and where they were in relation to other countries. I was always watching geography videos and loved looking at maps. I could close my eyes and picture where everything was in my head. My friends would ask me, "What countries border Kazakhstan?" And I would say Russia, China, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, and the Caspian Sea. I loved showing off my skills all the time. This, of course, went well with my love for reading books. I loved reading biographies about missionaries and explorers. I always had my nose in a book. My head was filled with stories of travel and adventure. I knew that that's the life that I wanted for myself. My grandfather and great-grandfather were both pilots, so my mom always loved airplanes. We would go to air shows, and I loved watching them fly over my house. This made it all the more exciting when my parents told me that they had booked flights for us to go to Colorado. Ever since that first flight, I've taken advantage of every time a flight was offered to me. I've gotten to travel on more than 9 different airlines, but my dream is to one day fly my own plane. When I was 12, me and my family had the opportunity to travel by road trip up the East Coast. We visited Fort McHenry, Washington, D.C., and Niagara Falls, and all the other important landmarks along the way. There were so many majestic sights, I wanted to spend the rest of my life experiencing them all. Among my favorites were Fort McHenry, Washington, D.C. memorials, and Arlington Cemetery, because there's nothing like remembering the great men and women who have died for our country. Ever since reading books about missionaries overseas, I always wanted to travel across the ocean. That is why when I had the opportunity to travel overseas with my dad, I was stoked. We booked flights to Togo, Ghana, and Senegal. I experienced culture, food, and language like I never had before. The next summer, I wanted to do it all over again. But this time I booked flights to Mexico. I traveled around and in Orizaba. I spent time in the mountains with Aztec families and got to drink coffee homegrown by the Aztecs. Me and my friends walked around the city, rode a teleférico to the top of the mountain, and I even got to try authentic cow udder tacos. Throughout the rest of my life, I fully intend to spend as much time as possible traveling around the world and experiencing new things. Although I visited 37 of the United States, I fully intend to visit all the rest of them, including Hawaii, Alaska, and the territories. I have it on my bucket list to visit at least 3 countries in every continent, except for Antarctica, where I guess I'll only get to visit 1. I have heard all my life about the 7 wonders of the world, the 8 natural wonders of the world, and the greatest rivers and mountains. Although I've seen pictures of them all, I will not be satisfied till I've seen them all and experienced them all in person. I am thankful for the traveling I've had the privilege of doing so far, the cultures I've been able to experience, the people I've met, but I cannot wait to continue my traveling experience throughout the rest of my life.